Right, to continue. So because this is likely to happen, it's a fairly normal thing for it to happen because it's larger than. That means that there is insufficient reason, so insufficient reason to reject H1, to reject H0 in favor of H1. So it's all about, if it came up that it was highly unlikely to get 51 people, then we would know there'd be something wrong. But it wasn't. It was actually a fairly decent thing. It was bigger than our 10%. So we got insufficient reason. No, we're not done yet. So this gives us another M1 mark. But those savvy people out there will realize that that is only 6 marks. We've got one more to go. We need to put it back into context. So what was our context? Our context was all about patients receiving treatment. So we can say there is no evidence at the 10% level. Okay, by the way, that was optional. You didn't have to put the 10% level. That the proportion of people, and we need to say proportion of people, having side effects, in 1 year has increased with the new treatment. There's my context statement, which gives us another A1F. All right, worth learning how to do those. So in the holidays, some of you probably were going to go away and not going away. I would suggest you practice hypothesis testing. It's kind of important, and I suggest you go through a few more hypothesis testing things. I will put some videos up for you on Classroom you can have a look at from other people that I found it very, very useful. Exam Solutions website, I think, is where they mostly come from. Right, the last question. This one didn't go well. I think only 2 of you managed to score full marks on this one. So let's go have a look at what this is all about. So the Venn diagram shows the number of students studying various subjects in a year group of 1,000 students. No, that's 100. What else if I could read? A student is chosen at random from the 100 students, and other students are chosen from the remaining students. Find the probability the first student studies history, the second student studies geography, but not psychology. So we've got a couple of options here. We could study history and geography. So this is student number 1. So student number 1 could study history and geography. Student number 1 could study history, geography, and psychology. That's the 3. Or student number 1 could study history, but not, so we've got history and psychology, which makes them 8 of them, or they could study just history, which is 7. So those are all my options for student number 1, because we're just told they study history. So let's have a look at student number 2. So we know they study geography, but not psychology. So how many students study geography? Well, we have got 36 of them that could potentially study this. So now remember, we're looking at this, there's going to be some crossovers which we need to take into account in a minute. So who do we know that studies, what were we looking at? Sorry, geography, but not psychology. So who studies geography, but not psychology? Well, we can see that we've got these people here. Oh, sorry, they study geography. Who studies geography but not psychology? Well, we've got the 25 people here that study geography but not psychology. The 3 people here who study psychology but not geography. And the 12 people here who study thingy but not geography. So we've got those study geography, those study geography, and we ignore anybody that happens to be in this bubble here. And that is our 37 over 99. Are we okay with that idea? So we've either got 25 out of the 100 people for the first one, times by 36 over 99 for number 2. Now, where does that 36 over 99 come from? Remember, we're looking at people that study history and geography. So if we're looking at people that study history and geography, we've got 37. Can you see this is 37? We've got 25 people, plus these people is 37. Why is it 36? Because I've already chosen a student. I'm looking at this top one here. I've already chosen a student out of this particular category. So that's why we've got 36 over 99. So that's our first option. Second option, let's look at the people who study all three. So number 1, he studies all three. What do I multiply that by? Well, we can take just our history and our geography people here now, because this 3 doesn't include them. So that's 37 over 99. Why 99? Because we're taking a student away. So this one's 36 because we've removed him from this batch, because it's the same batch as these ones. Okay, last one. So these two we're going to lump together because they've got nothing to do with geography. So let's call them 15 over 100. Times by, and once again, how many we got? 37 over 99. So the biggest mistake you guys make is you forgot that this guy here, if you study history and geography, could have been the same person. So I've got to take one person away. It's like saying, basically what I've done is instead of making this 25, I've made this 24. Because here is one of those students that fits into that category. Multiply and add, and that gives me 87 over 550. That one took me a little while to get my head around. So, as I say, the biggest mistake was this 36 over 99. Most of you just did 43 over 100, which is what happens if you just take all of these categories and add them together. And you times it by 37 over 99, forgetting that we've got one that's 36 over 99. And that's where the mistakes seem to be. Right, hopefully this has helped. Let me know by email or whatever if you want me to go over anything again. But this is the rest of your mock.